So we are talking about a Springate model, which is a very serious model of measuring what year bankruptcy. Corporate failure is the topic that we are handling, right? And the most important thing you're supposed to understand under Springate is this number line. The number line that gives us the threshold of corporate failure, So should we get, ladies and gentlemen, our Z value should also be computing Z value, which for example is like 0.4. Our threshold is 0.9. Anything below 0.9 means that our company is what year? Our company is bankrupt. If we calculate a Z value, and then we get a Z value, like say 10, like for example, 1.8, which happens to be more than 0.9, then automatically we shall say that our firm is what year? Our firm is successful. Our firm is successful. So 0.9 is a threshold, and that is what you're supposed to cram. Why? Because in your exams, you'll be given the formulas. You'll be given the formulas here for these models here, for these models. So we are told here in December 2021, question number 3, Carl. The following data relates to Kaban Limited, a company that operates in the manufacturing sector for the year ended 31st December 2020. So they have given us the sales, they have given us the total assets, they have given us the total liabilities, we have retained earnings, we have net working capital, we have earnings before interest and taxes, we have market value of equity here, we have book value of total liabilities. The company is currently paying interest on a loan, long-term debt instrument amounting to 905,000 per year. So interest on the loan is 905,000. And the company's total liabilities is constituted in the ratio of 2:5 between current and non-current components. Using the Springate model, assess the financial health of the company. Note, the Springate model takes the following form. Z equals 1.03A plus 3.07B plus 0.66C plus 0.4D. And then they have given us how to compute A, B, C, and D. So for A, they would want us to calculate it using the working capital. B is the operating profit. And then C is the profit before taxes. And then D is the sales ratio. The sales ratio. Ah, very easy. Ladies and gentlemen, I would want you to appreciate this formula. What have we said in this case here about the ratio A? Ratio A is the working capital. Ratio A is the working capital. So ratio A is the working capital. Ratio A is the working capital. Ratio A is the working capital. Very important. I would want us to appreciate this, that ratio A is the working capital. And then we have ratio B. Ratio B is the operating profit. You see, operating profit is the same as earnings before interest and tax. Earnings before interest and tax. That is ratio B. And then now we have ratio C, which basically is earnings before tax. I mean, you have already subtracted interest. You have already subtracted what? Yeah, interest. You've already subtracted interest. And then we have got the D, which is the sales ratio. The sales ratio. So remember that these three have a common base: total assets, total assets, total assets, total assets, total assets. Here, those three. But when you talk of EBIT, you will come here and divide this with current liabilities. Current liabilities. Remember, TA is total assets. TA is total assets. CL stands for current liabilities. This is how we get the four ratios under the Springate model. So under the Springate model, this is how we shall be getting the four ratios. This is how we shall be getting the four ratios. So have you been able to write them down, these four ratios? Once you write them, could you kindly put a thumbs up? Kindly put a thumbs up. Kindly put a thumbs up to show me that Mwalimu, we are okay with these ratios. So here we don't make use of the watermarks. There are two different models. So we'd expect to see some thumbs up. I'm not seeing any thumbs up. I'm not seeing any thumbs up. Or just a mention of the word yes. Just a mention of the word yes. This will really be very good for me. A mention of the word yes will be very good for me. Yes. Great. Thank you so much. So then what we need to do, ladies and gentlemen, very fast is to calculate these ratios. Very fast. And please remember, operating profit, I've always seen my students getting it wrong here. Operating profit is the same as profit before interest and tax. It is the same as EBIT. EBIT is earnings before interest and tax. Very important. So let's calculate this together. I love this. So go to the information given there and be able, ladies and gentlemen, to identify the working capital given. In most cases, they will never give you working capital directly. In most cases, ladies and gentlemen, they will be giving you guys current assets, current liabilities. A good student knows that working capital equals current assets minus current what year? Liabilities. Working capital equals current assets minus current liabilities. In this particular exam, this examiner was a lenient examiner. In this case, you can see they gave us this working capital as 1777. So I'll simply come and take negative 1777, negative 1777, you can see it in brackets, all over the total assets of the company. The total assets of the company have been given down here, 49,579. 49,579. 49,579. So could you kindly give me this figure in 4 decimal places? 4 decimal places. Is there somebody who can give me this figure in 4 decimal places? It will be negative point something. It will be negative point something. 4 decimal places. 4 decimal places. My K. So are you able to give me these figures, ladies and gentlemen? According to Liz Mathia here, we have negative 0.0358. So negative 0.0358. Thank you and thank you so much. Thank you and thank you so much. Which number and year? Which number and year? It is December 2021. December 2021. It's December 2021. Question number 3, cow. Question number 3, cow. Question number 3, cow. Thank you very much. So they're giving me this figure, and all of them are agreeing it is negative 0.0358. From there, we go to ratio B. So ratio B, we have EBIT divided by TAR divided by total assets. So EBIT, have they given me EBIT here? Have they given me EBIT here? EBIT, earnings before interest and taxes, 2605. So 2605, 2605, 2605, 2605 over total assets of 49,579, which will be equal to what here at the end of the day? Is there somebody who can give us this figure? Is there somebody who can give us this figure very fast? EBIT over total assets, 2605. So Isaac Obai gives me 0.0525, 0.0525. Thank you very much. From there, I would want a good student. From the information given, I would want a good student. Thank you very much, Liz, for confirming. Lynette, thank you very much. So I would want a good student to come and give me EBT, earnings before tax, from the question that has been provided here to us. So many students in this semester were not able to get EBT. They were not able to get EBT, earnings before tax. Many of them could not get earnings before tax. Is there somebody who can give us these earnings before taxation? This basically means that you go to the EBIT given, earnings before interest and tax, you subtract interest. You subtract interest. So to get EBT, you will come and take here EBIT minus interest all over now CL. Fortunately, we have the EBIT of 2605 minus the interest provided. Interest provided in the question, it's here. Interest provided in the question is here. Interest provided in the question, they told us the company is currently paying interest on a long-term debt instrument amounting to 905. Amounting to 905. Amounting to 905. Amounting to 905, which in this case here, according to Lynette and Maurice, they are getting 1,700. So 1,700, again, the other thing that so many students were not able to get here is the current liability. The current liability, many students were not able to get it. You see from this question here, they told us, and the company's total liabilities is constituted in the ratio of 2:5 between current and non-current. So 2:5. So this total liability given here of 5044. The current will be 2. 2 out of what? Can someone talk to me? I want to get a fraction of the current liability, So I should take 2 out of what? I should take 2 out of what? So many guys took 2 out of 5, which was pretty wrong. They took 2 over 5, which was pretty wrong. Should be 2 over 7 years. You guys are great. Should be 2 over 7 years. So it will be 2 over 7 times the total liability of 5044. Times the total liability of 5044. So it should be 2 over 7 times 5044, which will be equal to what? Can somebody give me this figure? 2 over 7 times 5044 gives me what figure? Somebody here? 2 over 7. I only want, here they want current liability. There they want current liability. they want current liability. They want current liability. They want current liability. So they're giving me Elizabeth 1441. 1441. According to Elizabeth, it's 1441.1429. 1429. Then could you kindly give me the final answer? The net is also confirming the same. The Lima is confirming the same. Thank you very much. Could you kindly give me the value of C? Kindly give me the value of C. Kindly give me the value of C. The value of C, John Mutiani, good to see you again. John is a very aggressive student. So Isaac Obai is giving me 11,796. 11,796 with a decimal there. 11,796 with a decimal there. 11,796 with a decimal there. Now from there, ladies and gentlemen, let's go straight away to D. So D, they want us to work with sales divided by total assets. So sales divided by total assets. Sales divided by total assets. Sales divided by total assets. I can see the sales here. It is 25,678. So sales is 25,678 divided by our total assets that we're so much used to. 49,579. So in 4 decimal places here, these will end up giving me what figure? In 4 decimal places here, these will end up giving me what figure? Is there somebody who can help me tonight? 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 Anybody who is able to help me tonight? Anybody who can help me? 5179. 5179. 5179. 5179. 5179, 0.5179. I've been able to get that 4 components. Isaac, did you have it wrong? Did you have it wrong? I can see you being sorry, Isaac. Or you had a problem in decimal, no problem. Never apologize. It's part of the game. It's part of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, having really gotten this, now the next thing is to consolidate all these 4 values that we have using the formula, the Spring-Gate formula, which the examiner will always give us, which the examiner will always give us, which the examiner will always give us. And this is the Spring-Gate model. So we have Z equals 1.03a. It's given, will always be given. Don't go cramming it really. It will always be given to us. It will always be given to us. So they're giving us here that Z equals 1.03a plus 3.07b plus 0.66 c plus 0.40. So then, ladies and gentlemen, in this case here, what should we do to be able to get our A? What should we do to be able to get our A? So not our A, but our Z. So Z will be 1.03 times negative 0.0358 plus 3.07 times boy. Boy, already we know boy, the value here is 0.0525 plus we have 0.66 cow. 0.66 cow. Cow is 1.1796 plus 0.4 dog. And the dog is 0.5179. 5179. So then at the end of the day, what figure are we getting here, ladies and gentlemen? At the end of the day, what figure are we getting here as our Spring-Gate? As our Spring-Gate. As our Spring-Gate. So Gladys Moore tells me 1.111. 1.111. 1.111. Is there anybody who can? And the Lima has also confirmed the final answer is supposed to be 1.11. 1.11 megawatt. The final answer is supposed to be 1.11. The final answer is supposed to be 1.11, like that. So then from the threshold figure that I gave you some number line. Are you able to make a comment about this company called Kaban? Is Kaban a bankrupt organization or a liquid organization? Is Kaban bankrupt or liquid? Liquid, yes, it's liquid. Because we know the threshold. We know the threshold. We know the threshold. We know the threshold, ladies and gentlemen. Our threshold really is 0.9. Below here, bankrupt. Anything above, successful. Successful means what, ladies and gentlemen, that this company is liquid. And we can see really our figure here is 1.1, which is more than this. So this is more than 0. What here? More than 0.9. And therefore, Kaban Limited is a liquid organization. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll be uploading this particular video on my YouTube channel. And I would want you to go and watch this video over and over again. You guys know the name of my YouTube channel. And of course, when you watch a video from my YouTube channel, you need to subscribe. So that now in the future, when I upload anything there, I don't really have to be reminding you to subscribe. And of course, you ring the bell. Ring the bell. That's very important. That's very important. Great. Great. Let me just send you the link right now.